What's up, guys? This is Big D, and I am the Grim Rider. Welcome back once again to the Shattered Glass Saloon, where we talk all things motorcycles. So grab you a seat, grab you a drink, and join in on the discussion. Cheers. Yeah, beautiful. All right. On the last edition of the Shattered Glass Saloon, I talked about all the new things either coming to the channel or changing about the channel. And speaking of new things, coming up this year, and as far as new things go, is the topic of conversation for today. The topic of conversation being somebody brand new to motorcycles, just getting into motorcycles, and what your thoughts and feelings might be as a new rider, preparing for new experiences, you know, that kind of thing. And I thought a cool way to do this, and because I can just sit here and tell you all day about my experiences, my thoughts and feelings of when I was going through the process myself several years ago about just getting into motorcycles, but I figure I might want to do it a little bit a different way. Once again, something new, hence this particular video. So I thought it would be cool to actually get those thoughts and opinions about this new rider experience from a new rider. You know, get a fresh perspective, you know, a literal fresh look at getting into motorcycles. And I figure the best way to do that is to have my very first guest here on the Shattered Glass Saloon on the show, and as just a guest overall on the channel. Okay? He is going to be a new rider, and this is one of those things that I was mentioning. He is going to be just getting into motorcycles for the first time. And if you've been watching the channel for a while, you've seen him here and there once or twice. But he's a good friend of mine. We've known each other, oh God, it's got to have been like 20 years or something at this point. We've literally known each other over half of our lives. And we've been through hell and high water together. You know, we've laughed together, we've cried together, we've, you know, our lives are intertwined. He's my brother from another mother, but he's never done anything quite like this, and so this is very exciting for me, and I hope it's just as exciting for him. So welcome to the Shattered Glass Saloon and to the channel, Nick Thunder, otherwise known as Nick the Noob.
Nick the Noob these days. That's what I am, man. Yes.
So welcome, my brother.
Yeah. What's up, man? Glad to be a part of this.
Now, this name, I didn't he chose this name, okay? But it fits, so we're rolling with it, all right? We may ask for assistance for that later on as he starts to get some wind in his hair and some miles behind him. But as of now, he is exactly what it sounds like. He is the noob to the entire thing.
At least until I get my bearings and people
yeah, right.
give me my own nickname.
Right.
But for now, Nick the Noob fits perfect.
Right,
because I don't know nothing.
Right.
I know nothing. What do I know? Nothing.
Not a thing.
Not a thing.
So either way, but this, again, this is going to be perfect. Since he don't know nothing. Now, before I get into your couple questions here to actually let the people know exactly what it is that I'm trying to do here and what we're talking about, it's not like you're 100% new to riding anything, correct?
No,
I mean, in the past, you've at least rode, you said, some dirt bikes or something?
Yeah, I've never run some dirt bikes, four-wheelers, you know, so I'm familiar with the shifting mechanism of riding and so forth, and it's been quite a while. I mean, I was much younger and much slimmer back then. But yeah, more or less, I mean, I've got some kind of experience. It's not exactly nothing, but I wouldn't call it a lot either.
Right on. So, because that was, to me, one of my biggest things. And he makes fun of me all the time for this. I still can't drive a manual car. Can't do it.
This guy.
I've tried. I've tried, and it's a disaster. So, just starting out riding for me, that was one of those...
What are you doing with that left foot, bro?
You know, look, actually, we got somewhere to go if I'm driving. You might not even let me drive, for all I know. That's a story for another time, actually. That's a story for another time. But just getting into motorcycles myself, that was actually one of my hardest things, was actually learning the clutch and the shifting mechanism. For some reason, that came a lot more natural to me. and I never really had a problem with that. But before going into that, if you've never ridden anything before, I think that'd be one of them things like, okay, can I actually do this? This is a thing, and I need to learn how to do this. How difficult is it going to be? And how much is it going to frustrate me trying to learn this? Am I going to be able to learn it at all? So, being that you already have that little bit of experience, that's going to go a long way, obviously, to begin with. But
yeah, I think it'll help.
So, I only got a couple questions. I don't want to drag this out all day. So, first question for you. What has made you want to get into motorcycles? What's the driving force of actually wanting to learn this and actually get into it to have these experiences? Is it all me? Can I take all that credit? To be honest, I don't want to take all that credit. I don't want you to just be doing it because I asked you to, but, what has actually made you want to get into motorcycles? What is your driving force?
So I think the obvious is you. I think we've been friends for super duper long time, as he was saying earlier. And so, yeah, your life has an impact on mine. And we share a lot of similar interests. We do. You kind of beat me to the gun by about 10 years or so.
Right.
I never could, actually afford a motorcycle up until about this point when I ever felt comfortable actually buying one in the first place. But beyond yourself, so my granny used to ride. Her mother before her used to ride, and we're talking back in the day, man. All right, my
take it back a ways.
Yeah, my big granny used to ride on I think an old Indian or an old Harley from like the 30s or 40s. So
wow,
like she rode back in the day.
He's got some motorcycling in his blood, so this needs to happen.
Yeah, so I mean, now I figure if these old biddies can ride, I should be able to too.
There'd be no reason.
Now, I mean, when I was younger, my teenage years and stuff, riding dirt bikes, four-wheelers, I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't find a thrill like that anywhere else, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, I think having, it's one thing being in a car, taking trips, going, long miles and stuff, and for a lot of people, that gets tiring. On a bike, I have to imagine, I don't know, because I am Nick the Noob, if you will, I don't actually know what that experience is truly like, but I can't imagine you're getting too bored out there in the open and actually seeing these views. So a big part for me, especially, spending a great deal of my teenage years in Kentucky, the sights are amazing. So being able to, harness a ride in the open wind, going out there and actually seeing this without a shell around me and having the thrill of going through these places and experiencing new things is beyond exciting for me. I can't imagine another way to get this same kind of excitement and thrill and to do something with, somebody I respect so much and to be able to, really have basically a new chapter in my life where everything isn't so dang mundane, if you will.
Yeah.
So that's, I think that's probably my biggest driving force is, it just, through knowing you and the experiences of the past and, wanting to have something new in my life that's exciting, fun, all of that. I mean, there's a lot of good reasons. I could probably list them for ages, but let's, not eat up everyone's time.
Well, with the new experiences, which you'll definitely have, it is definitely exciting stuff. Getting out in the open, even places that you've been to a million times. It smells differently. It looks differently. It sounds ridiculous in a sense, but it's completely true. It's that, I guess that motorcycle freedom that motorcyclists talk about all the time. There's just a whole different thing about it. So yeah, the experiences are definitely something, but, just like everything else, there's a first step to it. You can't just jump right into it. And I don't care if it's motorcycles. I don't care if it's like music that you're also into, painting, whatever it is that you're into, there's always a first step to it. And this is obviously no different. So your next question is, what is your first step that you're taking to start this motorcycle journey?
So far as first steps go, so I've lined up, a course to take. I went, and I didn't go cheap either. I went with a course that I could take that it was going to cost me a little extra money, but I would also get a lot more safety training. I'd get a lot more out of the class. So here, actually, today, going up to Motown Harley, and I'm going to have like a pre-ride orientation, kind of shift through some gears, meet the people there, get everything squared away so I can take my lessons here in a couple weeks.
The camera will be here, or be there for that, so stay tuned for that video as well.
I'm going to go ahead and, pick up, just kind of relay my thoughts and feelings as it's happening and, kind of get that kind of going there. But really, to get that started, just the first step was making that call, get myself ready to ride. And then, I have to get gear, you know what I mean? I have to pay attention to all that and, get a bike and, actually start practicing and actually get into it. And I think I've got everything squared away. I mean, I feel pretty confident for the most part, but there's another side of me that's, not exactly feeling the same.
We'll get to that in just a moment, but, the motorcycle safety course, it may be different in every state. I'm not 100% sure on that. I can't speak from experience on that. All I can do is speak on experience about the actual class that I took. Now, he's taking the full-on new rider Harley experience, Harley-Davidson safety course. That's not what I did. That's like a week-long thing, correct?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's 5 days, 5 hours each day. Depending on how they alternated, it's supposed to be 2/3 hours of class time and ride time each day, depending on how they actually want to work that out. But that's the way they sell it and advertise it and everything like that.
Yeah.
And I think, for me, I think it was well worth it to spend a little bit extra money to get, truly prepared for what I'm getting into instead of half-assing it, if you will. I don't want to take that route.
This is definitely something you want to be prepared for.
So brand new to this and not having ridden anything like it in quite some time.
Yeah.
I think I could really benefit from that extra little bit.
Yeah. Now, my class was a little different. It was only 3 days, and they crammed a lot in that 3 days. But regardless of whether it was kind of like the one I took or the one that he's about to take, if you're a new rider and you want to prepare yourself, if you've been riding on and off a little bit, like say if you were still riding dirt bikes to this day, for instance, like even if you were doing something like that, maybe you might not need the whole 5-day course. You could probably get away with a 3-day or even just taking your road course. But if you're going to get into this, really assess yourself. Be honest with yourself. Okay, how much do I really need to prepare for this? How much do I really need to learn in order to really get comfortable? And then make a decision on what first step that you need to take. So as far as your case goes, I think that's a very smart move.
Yeah, I like how you pointed that out, is being honest with yourself. And that's what I've done, is I'm being honest with myself and my experience, hence why I wanted to take that little bit extra. Now, some people out there, some of your viewers perhaps, might just skip all that altogether and feel confident because they've got more experience or whatever. They might feel more confident going out there and just getting their license from their state and, riding. But, what I'm to understand is it's really easy to pick up bad habits even from the most experienced of riders. They can teach you the wrong way to do certain things or to handle certain things. Kind of gives you a false sense of security when you're on this bike. So I think, at least what's in my mind, is I need to be properly terrified and confident in the machine I'm about to handle. Because this is not the same as a rolling cage. This is not the same thing at all. I am free to the breeze. So anything could happen to me, and I'm also a smaller object, harder to see. There's a million things we could really cover about, safety in that. And so even if you do feel confident, even if you do feel like you've got this squared away, I still think it's a great idea. Even if you're just taking a weekend course, something to, get like a professional's, setting, I guess, for what you're about to encounter or what you're about to do. And especially if you're as new and as fresh to this as me, you could really benefit from as much knowledge and safety and,
anything you can get.
Any kind of knowledge you can get that's going to help your ride that isn't just from your uncle or your best friend or, something like that could easily mislead you out of their own, arrogance or, whatever. I mean, anything could happen. Now, they could very well prepare you nicely, but that's not always the case. So,
with that being said, going on to the third question here real quick. So, we're talking about your first step being that riding course. What are your thoughts and feelings about that? How are you really feeling about taking that first step? And what are your thoughts and feelings on motorcycles just and riding overall? Like, getting into this, what is your mindset? And how are you feeling about all of this? Confident? A little nervous? You know, freaking out inside? You know, I mean, where are you at this stage currently, right this second, and going forward into this entire thing?
So I'd be lying if I said at this moment I wasn't nervous. Mm-hmm. Naturally, I'm nervous because it's a fresh new experience. So yeah, I am a little bit nervous.
It's that fear of the unknown.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing is scarier than the unknown. Now,
right.
I do have a reasonable amount of confidence. I am a pretty decent driver in a regular vehicle. I've handled myself just fine in ATVs and, you know, dirt bikes in the past. So I do have a certain amount of confidence, but I mean, simultaneously, I'm terrified. So it's like a brand new feeling for me. Mm-hmm. I mean, you know, I've said it before. I mean, and I'll say it again, like, I've been curious leading up to this moment. Is my balls big enough for this task? Like, I mean, really, do I have big, heavy clankers, or or do I got small little raisins shriveling up inside me? I don't know yet, but we're gonna get there and figure it out. Now, I like to think I've got cantaloupes just slapping together, but we're gonna find out as time goes on. But my true feeling right now is, yeah, I'm a little terrified and confident simultaneously. I don't know how that works, but it's a weird feeling because I've never gone through it before. Yeah. I'm just kind of that, braving the storm, sort of.
Kind of that mixture between excitement and a little bit of nerves.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if there's a word to describe that, but I'm sure that everybody's felt that at some point in their life. It's just so strange. There really is no words to describe that. Yeah. Excited as hell, but nervous as hell, and just it's just a roller coaster ride.
I would say the primary feeling is really excitement. I'm just excited, just wired, kind of, you know, just anxious to get to the next step, and actually get out there and really feel this, you know. And that's when I'll know where my heart's at. When I'm finally out there on the road, I'll know where my heart's at.
Well, with that being said, guys, that is just a couple things from a brand new rider. And I think he had just mentioned it not too long ago, but I'm going to mention it one more time. Stay tuned to the channel for upcoming videos, because this isn't where this journey stops.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
We're going all the way with this one, guys. As soon as he gets his class done, he's actually going to do some videos with that. He's probably not going to be able to film at the class. I don't believe they allow that kind of thing, but he's going to keep us updated on his thoughts and opinions as he's going through his course. When he gets his first bike, and then once he starts, you know, riding with me, I'm going to start taking him some places that I enjoy going to, getting him his first experiences. And so all of that we want to feature right here on the channel for all of you to see, so that if you are an experienced rider, maybe you got some tips for him, maybe you can relay that to him. Or if you are a new rider yourself, you're not alone. You'll be able to go through that entire experience with this guy right here on the Grim Rider channel. So look forward to that here in the very near future.
Oh, yeah.
So that is coming up. With that being said, we're going to get out of here, and that means that the Shattered Glass Saloon is closed. But if you want to continue this conversation in the after hours, drop your comments below. Let us know what you think about what you just heard right here from us. If you have any advice or any comments that you want to give to old Nick the Noob over here, or you want to just drop a comment to me, vice versa, it doesn't matter. Drop your comments below. And you know what they say, that old saying is, you can't stay here. Well, excuse me. I already done screwed that. Damn! I had it. It was right there. You don't have to go home, but you sure as hell can't stay here. The Shattered Glass Saloon is closed. If you like this video, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. And hit the bell. Join the Grim Crew. And join us for our adventures. And until next time, I am Big D. This is Nick the Noob. And we will catch you on down the road.